Hi guys, this is the Oracle and I'm back for first round of this battle for Zendikar 8 for draft, and that hand is very borderline, especially since we are playing an aggressive deck. It is fairly slow and we are on the draw, and I think we can do better, so I'm gonna mulligan. Honestly, I could see keeping that hand, but it's really slow, and I don't think I can win with slow hands. This one is not a lot better, but I will keep it. And that's the Steward is actually a fairly good pick up there. I'm gonna keep that on top, and I'd rather have this with the Steward than the last hand. Um, Playing Mountain there. I could see an argument for playing Spire in order to make sure I can play the Geopid on turn 3. I don't think it is really worth it though, because there's a fairly good amount of chance I do draw a third land, and the Spire could be useful too. So I don't really see any reason um to play that on turn 1. Void at 10, and that's not a very good card. I don't think it is. I want to play the Geopid there. Question is, do I attack? Do I want to trade 2 mana and basically my turn to attack through the void at 10? And I'm not sure if it's very good. I'm still gonna do that because I need to keep being aggressive, and the opponent doesn't block, which is perfect basically. So worst case scenario, my opponent would have blocked there, and I would have to use that Sure Strike, but it didn't, which is perfect for me. As he will now play a Schemer, which, it's fine with me. If he attacks, that's even better, but he will not attack. Okay, sure. Outnumber is certainly a decent draw there. Sure. I'm gonna Looming Spire that Geopid and attack with everything, and my opponent is now pretty, you know, he can be pretty sure that I do have a trick, but if he just lets me attack, I'm fine. This is the goal of my deck, and if he blocks, I'm fine trading Sure Strike for one of his 2 creatures. As my opponent still doesn't block, which, honestly it's fine with me. He will have to block at some point, so that's fine if he still don't want to block. Sometimes, even if you know that your opponent has some sort of a trick, you should still block and make them use it. Especially if you have some really like I think both of his creatures are fairly expendable, so I'm not sure why he is playing so, you know, carefully. And right now he's neither attacking neither blocking, so that's not great for him. Um, Fight target. All right. Mhm. That is interesting. Um, I could outnumber that, and it would die to the damage from the fighting. I could also Short Strike, but I don't think it's the play. The reason I kind of want to outnumber is that I'm losing a creature, so this is getting worse and worse. This would be basically a 2 for 2. I lose 2 cards, you lose 2 cards. And since I don't have that many creatures on the battlefield, and another reason is that this is gonna get removed from the game, and he will be able to use the effect of the Void Attendant. So I think it's worth outnumbering there, and I don't think there's much he can really do to make that play bad for me. He could have a Swell of Growth. That could be a little bit annoying, but that would still be beatable. I mean, that thing would take 4, with 5 toughness. He would lose 1 card, I would lose 2. He would 2 for 1 me, but I think it's worth doing that, even though he could have 12 growth. Um, yup, and he's still not attacking, so I guess he's blocking now, but I'm not sure why he didn't block last. I guess I had the Looming Spire last turn, but he could have blocked the 2-2 if he's willing to block anyway. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's gonna block now. That would be really weird not to block there. And I'm gonna use my Sure Strike, I think. Or maybe not, actually. Hmm. Mm. Actually, I'm not gonna use this Sure Strike. Don't see any reason to do that. And I might wanna keep it for the Reckless Cohort, because I will have to attack with it next turn. And there he might think I don't have a trick anymore and block with like a 5. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But I think I'm fine making this play. Sure, as my opponent still does nothing apparently. I mean, he might play nothing on the second main phase. I'm not sure what he's up to. I think if he had Rising Miasma, he would have played that already. I'm gonna attack with both creature and see what happens. He might have a Grip of Desolation. That could definitely be something. Uh, and honestly, there's not much I can do about that. So I'm gonna play my Shadow Skull um, Recruit and cast it. And if he gripped the Recruit and my plane, oh well. I mean that's bad for me, but like you cannot really play around Grip of Desolation. I mean, if they can cast it, this card is just gonna rape you. I mean, you can play it. You can play around this card if you have Awaken card. You can wait a bit before you cast them to not get fully blown out. But in my current spot, there's not much I can do. If he has a grip, he has a grip. He's gonna deprive me from white and kill my best card. What did he do though? What was that? Altars Rip the Schemer. So the opponent is really in a bad spot there. I mean, alright, that seems quite desperate. He's probably playing a green-black token deck. Well, yeah, he is definitely playing that deck. But he is in a fairly bad spot there. What are you doing? A Smothering Abomination. That's not gonna save you. I think he's dead there, since I have this Sure Strike. Um, Castigator is decent in this matchup. It's fairly good against Token, and I'm pretty sure he's dead there. And you know, this is what I was saying about the red white deck. If you just draw 5 land and then Old Spell, well, things are gonna go well, especially if the opponent may make I would say a fairly bad draw. But most of the time it doesn't work as good as that. Okay, makes I think what is the right block, and yep, alright, so he's gonna take 4. I cannot kill him. I think I'm just gonna save my my Reckless Cohort. Seems like a fine play. He will go to 4, facing facing 4 creature, since I'm gonna cast this Castigator. Had I drawn a land, I would have just won on the spot, but I didn't, unfortunately. The question now is, should I really play that Castigator? Because Castigator is gonna be bad if he has a Rising Miasma. But on the other hand, if he does that, I still have the Giant, which kills him. So think I think I'm fine casting this Castigator. It should make sure that my opponent dies. Now let's say he plays Rising Miasma, and no, okay, it's gonna be game. Um, what do I have as sideboard option in this matchup? Not much at all. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a sideboard anyway. Um, Recruit, I think, is fine in this matchup since even if they have a decent amount of token, they will have to double block it each time, and that makes the card, I think, fairly decent. Turn against, it can be fairly good if they don't have tokens anymore, but if they have a bunch of 1-1 on the battlefield, this thing is probably not help you winning the game. I mean, you can use it defensively too, but I think I'd rather have the recruit there, honestly, in this precise matchup. And I'm gonna keep the rest of the deck the way it is. I think it's fine. Oh, we'll see, but honestly, as soon as your opponent have a bunch of 1-1 on the battlefield, this makes threaten effect a lot worse. And this hand is fine. I'm gonna keep it. If I can draw a mountain and keep my evolving wild for the geopit, that'd be great, but I will probably not have the chance to do that. A looming spire. I think it is still better to fetch mountain there. I might lose a damage from the geopad, but I will gain that damage back with the looming spire, and even more because it gives the ability for a creature to attack through. I mean, if they have a, what I mean is that if they have a 3/3, I can attack for 4. So this is basically more than just one damage. So I think it's more valuable than the evolving wild. Of course, we drew a mountain, so uh, in the end it doesn't change a whole lot. But I think I still had to do that because if I were to draw a reckless court or a 2-drop that needs red, I would need that land. That Jadiev shot is a decent sideboard against us. I guess it's not gonna matter that much right now because uh, of the Geopid and the Firemental Mage. If I continue to draw land, I will be in a bad spot, that's for sure. And those 2 out numbers are not looking very promising, so there is that. And the offshot is gonna be really good. I mean, it's countering the Geopid fairly well, fairly efficiently, as it disregard my Geopid and start to attack with the Eldrazi token, I guess. Yep, that's gonna be his play. And that game is looking fairly bad for me. This is why I don't like the red and white deck. I mean, if they can just answer your early threat, um, you will just lose, and you will not be able to do much. Um, Zada was I guess a decent pick. I mean, a decent draw there. Nothing special. I mean, basically it is a hill giant, which is a bit more threatening because of its effect. But that aside, not the best card of my deck. I would rather draw the Angel or a Shadow Skull Recruit. As my opponent is gonna play something fairly big apparently. Okay, Skimmer. Skimmer is not the most threatening. Um, Castigator is a fine card to get here. Um, what should I play? Could play the Firemental Mage. Yup, that seems fine. Could play the Castigator first though. But by playing Firemental first, I get more triggers, I guess. On the other hand, by playing that first, I get a trigger from the Firemental on the Castigator. Because I could Looming Spire this, which means it doesn't have a really good block except for jumping. But I think I'd rather have more trigger of the Firemental than using the Core Castigator. Alright. I'm gonna attack with Zada. Unfortunately, this is only instant and sorcery, which means I cannot use Looming Spire. with that. If he wants to block with Schemer and one of his three other creatures, I'm fine making that trade. But he might just take 3. I think with that he's pretty, you know, pretty tranquil with his life point. So next turn I'm probably using Looming Spire on the Fire Mantle so he cannot be blocked by both Offshot and Schemer. And okay, Transgress the Mind. It's not gonna be useful at all. I guess he's gonna know about my outnumbers, but that aside is not gonna get anything from my hand. So there is that. I could see an argument for playing Castigator first. I mean, casting the Castigator last turn, and on the off chance I draw another ally. But I think I'd rather have as much as possible triggers of the Fire Mantle as I can. I'm not sure why he's not attacking there. He should be attacking, honestly. Um, I don't think he has any good block, and he knows that I have another ally in hand, so I'm not sure what he gained by not attacking with the Schemer. And he can definitely take some damages from my creatures, so that seemed weird to me. Maybe he didn't realize that this dude was an ally, I'm not sure, but he still doesn't have any good block, so I don't see any reason to to not to not attack. Seems a bit odd to me, to say the least. We'll see how he blocks him. I mean, if I was him, I would just not block. Take the 6, go to 15, which is completely fine. And next turn I cannot. I can probably not attack him just because. I mean, I can attack with Castigator and I guess use Outnumber on a Schemer. That could be an option next turn. Of course, if I draw another ally, that changes thing a little bit. But that aside, not much to say. It could be complete disregarding a creature end of turn, as it does not. And what do you have? Right now I'm not threatened at all, but he has access to at least 7 mana, if not more, so let's say he just cast the Rune Processor, the 7-8, gain 5 life, since I have something removed. It goes to 21, I think I just lose. I mean, there's nothing in my deck that can deal with that. Hopefully it seems that it doesn't have match. And now he attacks. Honestly, he should have attacked last turn too. I'm gonna take 3 there, go to 15. Not sure why he kept that back. The way my opponent is playing seems fairly weird to me, I'm not sure. I could be at 13 right now. I think I could have attacked with that at least 1 or even 2 turns ago. Might be playing something big there. Hopefully it's not gonna be a Rune Processor. I think that's the most threatening. Why did he sacrifice the thing that... Why did he not attack with both if he was sacrificing them? The plays my opponent is making are really weird. I mean, so I should be at... Okay, Rising Miasma. Sure. I mean, sure, I guess I'm gonna outnumber that thing. That's weird, I mean. Yeah, honestly I should be at 12 and 3 damage is gonna matter. So I'm not sure. Well, he kills 2 of my creature, but 1 of his, so it's not gonna be good. I guess he gets the Awaken from that. Why did he not attack with both of his thing though? That's so weird. An 8 land is very bad for me. But there's not much I can do about that. I don't think I should attack there, honestly. Things are not looking very good, but it seems like the opponent is not playing the most efficiently. I could honestly see myself being at 12 or even 10, and that could matter in the end. Okay, Grave Bursting is, it is fairly good for him since he's gonna draw a card and have another token. He might attack with the forest. Not sure if it's the right thing to do though. No, it doesn't. Okay, sure. Can I please draw a spell? That'd be great. Sure strike. Well, don't think it's worth attacking and trading my sure strike for a forest. Especially since I could get more value out of this if I draw more creature later on. Um, could also use it to make it doesn't kill my Hedron Grinder with a complete disregard as he alters Rip, which is probably bad news for me. Uh, but at least I didn't draw complete blank last turn. Um, what is the next play? A Sludge Crawler. That's not the most frightening, but that's still a little bit frightening, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully I can draw a creature, that's the best thing for me to draw. He might start to attack with no attack. Honestly, my opponent could have played a little bit more aggressively and I would be in much more trouble right now. Steward is a fine card. I'm keeping both of my lands in my hand in case he plays Myers Malice. That could be annoying for me. And yup, I'm gonna pass the turn. Honestly, I still don't see any reason to attack there. Complete disregard maybe? Grave Bursting again, okay. Well, that's good for him. Hopefully we'll not end up drawing a big Eldrazi, because then I think I just lose. Right now it does have access to 8 mana, which is a fairly good amount. He's at 17. Honestly, there's very little chance that I can win this game, but we'll see how it goes. Sorry about that. Get, why is that thing? Sure. I want to get rid of that. Okay. And attack with the Sludge Crawler that he can bump up to what? To 5, I guess, if you really need to. I think I'm just gonna take the damage, honestly. And I have 3 cards removed, so I don't really mind him ingesting something. Hopefully it's not gonna be a spell, though. As it is probably one of the best spell I could have drawn. So that's sad. But I don't really see how blocking could have been good for me there. Okay, Bane is not the most threatening. I have plenty of land to sacrifice. As I draw another land, oh my god, that's starting to be a bit annoying. Yeah, that's the issue with a deck like that. I mean, as soon as you start to draw more land than more land after your fifth or sixth land, you are just in so much trouble. Um, if you are playing a deck like the opponent deck, that's not an issue because you will have things to do with your land, like awakening things or using Bane or whatever. So, oh yeah, that's great. It does attack with both. Hopefully, it doesn't have the removal. Honestly, I'm gonna make the how you might say that the greedy play of blocking um, like this and using my sure strike, and I hope he doesn't have a removal. Honestly, if he has a removal, I'm just dead, and there's not much I can do about that. There's just not much I can do Sludge crawler, sure. Anything else? Sure. Will you give me back the priority now? Or not? Honestly, if he taps the black to... okay, that's very good news, I think. So I should 2 for 1 him there. If things work as I hoped. Sure. I'm not sure why he did expect there. Um, he might still have a way to pump that thing, but there's not much I could have done about that, honestly. Oh, he has the unnatural aggression. Yeah, that's the removal I was fearing. I will just lose. I think the Edron the Zada trigger still works. Yup, so this is still gonna be killing the Bane. So actually I'm not in the worst spot at all, and I will be able to kill that with my outnumber on my turn. So in the end, even if he had a removal, I think this will end up being fine for me. Sure, sure, sure. So the Bane die, and on my turn I can just kill the Crawler. And he has 1 card left in hand, so, you know. Not the worst, not the worst. Definitely not the worst situation for me. Definitely outnumbering now, since I won't be able to kill that anymore afterwards. Uh, the the land here was bad one more time, I guess, but there's not much I can do. Um, how much land did I drew? A lot of land. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 11 land. Yeah, that's really a lot of land. Um, there's not much I can do about that, honestly. And he has the Blighted Fan to kill my Steward. I don't think it matters a lot, though. Tandem Tactics. Well, now that he has the fan, the tactic is not very useful. Unfortunately, I guess it's better than a land, but there's not much I can do right now. And my opponent is at 19. That Shadiaf shot won him at least 8 life, I think. As he's gonna play a big creature. Oh, he's just Blighted Fanning me. That's no problem. An attack for 1. That's not really an issue. I just hope I will eventually draw a creature at some point. Tunneling Geopid is nice. It's also a good reason that I had to keep my land. I guess I didn't keep the 6th land. For some reason I played it, not sure why. Uh, we'll see what happens though. So we have a creature that can attack now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Oh my god, so much lands though. Don't really want to trade 3 for 3, so I'm gonna just stay back. You know, if it just takes it and attack me back for 3, I'm gonna lose the race. So no real reason to attack. As the opponent plays a big thing, and that should be the end of the game, depending on what it is. A Demon's Grasp. Well, there's not much I can do about that. I could have avoided to get complete disregarded with the tactic, but a Demon's Grasp, I mean, not much I can do about that. As my opponent is gonna exile the Angel, I guess. Mountain, okay, that's really good for me. And I get a Reckless Cohort, which doesn't do a whole lot for me, but you know, it's better than nothing. This game is so long though. Oh my god, so long and annoying too. Brood and a worm. Sure. Guess I will trade my cohort and my tactics for a worm. Not the best trade, but not much I can do. I have 14 cards in my library, so unless in just morphing, I should be able to win by milling if it comes to that. Hopefully it will not though. Just blocking here, okay, sure. I'm not sure why it didn't block with the Brood Hunter. This is so late in the game and I have to attack, so you know, there's not that, and I already played my Sure Strike, which he knew about, so not sure why he gained by not trying to eat my cohort. He would have 2 for 1 me, since I only have the tactic. This time the opponent is attacking with a Brood and a Worm. Sure. I'm fine trading. He does nothing. Interestingly enough. Kinda wanna use tandem tactics, but I might get blown back. Think I'm still gonna take my chance. I need some creature if I wanna be able to kill them, so if I make trade I will just end up with not enough fuel to kill my opponent. If he has the disregard, that's bad obviously, but it seems like it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't have the surge, but I think he would have played differently if he had a trick. Looming Spire on my cohort, okay. Well, I guess that's decent. No reason to attack with a Vestige. I'd rather not trade 3 for 3 there. So I'm just gonna attack with the cohort, and yep, not much else I can do honestly. As the opponent is gonna go down to 15, and let's just check how many lands. This is 10 lands plus. Okay, natural connection is fine. Plus 4, so I have 3 more lands in my library, which is less than a fourth of my deck. A quarter, not a fourth, a quarter. I guess it is the right word. Less than a quarter of my deck, so might be drawing spell. But the opponent did draw a Rune Processor, which was the card I was fearing from the beginning. And he's now at 21, and things are gonna slowly go bad for me. I mean, I could draw Sheer Drop, which is my only way to deal with that thing. But the other side, I will fairly quickly die. Okay. Well, I guess that's a way to deal with a Rune Processor. Not the most academic, but it works. It works. It does work. Oh my god. First time I kill a Rune Processor with a Rolling Thunder. That's a bit stupid. Does my opponent have land in the graveyard? 1 land, 2 land, and 8, so no, actually this is 9, so 11, so he probably has 6 or 7 more lands in the 11 card that he has between his hand and his library, so I think I'm a bit favored there. And I also think I dealt with the 2 more threatening cards he had, maybe. So we'll see how it ends up, but I might actually be winning, even though I didn't thought I would first. The Angel, I think, wins the game. I don't think there's a reason to play that mountain there. Just gonna pass the turn after I did attack with my cohort. Get blocked by the off shot, most likely. Not sure if that matters. He could even take the 2. I'm not sure it would matter in the end. It does block. Oh, sure. Well, I gladly trade my cohort for your calling drone. Not sure why he's doing that now. That seems so weird. So now I can start to attack with the Vestige if he doesn't play anything else. Smothering Abomination. Well, that's threatening, but that's also gonna mill him. But that's just gonna kill me in 3 turn too. So that's a concern, I guess. I guess I'm gonna attack with my Vestige now and see what he does. He should probably take the 3 damage here. The thing is, he's probably gonna race me, make token, and just win. And I don't think there is much left in my... I guess I still have the sheer drop that can deal with the Abomination. I also have the Angel that can block it, but that aside, not much, not much. It is a very, very long game. I mean, most of the time, when you drew that many land with a red-white deck, you just tend to lose, but it seems like my opponent does not have really answer right now for what I'm doing. He might very well have 3 lands in hand, but it seems like he's playing something. A Skeeter Skin that can regenerate, that's bad. Let's make the clock even shorter, I guess. I mean, not really, since I can jump block, but it is still fairly bad. Sure, I'm taking 4 there. Not much I can do. And he plays another thing, oh my god. Sheer drop, that's amazing. So, I'm actually in a fairly good spot now. I am actually in a fairly... And my opponent is soon gonna be timing out, so even if you go to game 3, you won't probably have time to win. I think I can just attack with the recruit. He cannot block that. No real reason to attack with the other creatures. But I'm in a good spot. The opponent is gonna be milled, timed out, whatever, and he doesn't have any other creatures, so... You know, I feel fine there with what happened so far. I don't think you want to attack with that. I'm not sure if you realize it. You cannot regenerate it. Maybe you don't. Nope, it's not gonna work. Unless I'm crazy. No. Yep. The Smothering Dude is dead, so... There is no regeneration anymore. Oh, that dude, that thing's end the game, I think. Oh, let's just make... I do have... No, I'm missing 1 mana, so I think I'm just gonna attack with the Recruit for now. And after the next turn I will start to attack with Vestige too. So my opponent is dying on the board, dying from the library, and dying from the clock. And that's a lot of pressure on him. And that's only the second game, so okay, that's gonna be game. I think he realized that even if he won that, he wouldn't have time to win the next one. So, not the most exciting game. My opponent could definitely have played a bit more aggressively and, you know, maybe won somehow. I'm not sure. Not sure if he played that the most efficiently, but that's gonna be a win. And I see you guys for round 2.